So it turns out the FBI did conspire to cover up the Hunter Biden laptop story. We've got to a point of polarization at which one side can just openly admit in plain sight, yeah, we conspire. We conspire to beat the other side. We suppress news, but it doesn't matter because a lot of intellectuals think it's warranted, like Sam Harris.
Now, that doesn't answer the people who say it's still completely unfair to not have looked at the laptop in a timely way and to have shut down the New York Post's Twitter account. Like that's just a conspiracy. That's a left-wing conspiracy to deny the presidency to Donald Trump. Absolutely, it was. Absolutely. Right. But I think it was warranted.
It's a school of thought that has existed for thousands of years. Plato believed that you needed to control the mob. There was certain esoteric information that only the elites should be able to handle.
You can't handle the truth!
A lot of people talk about Plato's cave as though he's saying, oh, they keep us in a cave and we can't see reality. No, he thought we should be in a cave. Like Sam Harris thinks you should be in a cave. So we're going to take a look at a clip of Mark Zuckerberg on the Joe Rogan podcast from yesterday. And this really should be amazing, but I guess just nothing amazes us anymore. Plus, we're going to get bombarded with fact checkers and mainstream media saying, no, that's not what he meant. This isn't exactly. No, there's no conspiracy, all that kind of bullshit. This is a conspiracy. Hidden in plain sight. They're admitting it to you, but it doesn't matter because you're just going to get gaslighted by the people who think that suppression of information and censorship was warranted because you're a bloody idiot and you don't need to know about that stuff. Plus, remember, Hunter Biden laptop. I mean, it's no biggie, Trump University, way worse. Way worse. Anyway, that's enough from me. Let's get into the clip. Let's take a look at Mark Zuckerberg telling Joe Rogan how the FBI knocks on his door and tells him what he can and can't show on Facebook. But remember, it's not a conspiracy.
How do you guys handle things when they're a big news item that's controversial? Like there was a lot of attention on Twitter during the election because of the Hunter Biden laptop story. The New York Post.
Yeah, we had that too.
Yeah, so you guys censored that as well?
So we took a different path than Twitter. Basically the background here is the FBI, I think, basically came to us, some folks on our team, and was like, hey, just so you know, like you should be on high alert. We thought that there was a lot of Russian propaganda in the 2016 election. We have it on notice that basically there's about to be some kind of dump of that's similar to that. So just be vigilant.
Yeah, the FBI just came to some of our folks and they were like, hey, just so you know, heads up, guys, just so you could be on your guard, yeah? There's some news coming out, and we would prefer it if it didn't come out.
That would be great. Okay.
You know how when Trump won the last election, we blamed it on Facebook and Russian bots? It'd be an awful shame if something like that happened again.
So our protocol is different from Twitter's. What Twitter did is they said you can't share this at all. We didn't do that. What we do is we have, if something is reported to us as potentially misinformation, important misinformation, we also have this third-party fact-checking program because we don't want to be deciding what's true and false. And for I think it was 5 or 7 days when it was basically being determined whether it was false.
Hello, Agent Mulder.
Speaking.
Do we have an ETA on that report?
And which report would that be?
Into the Hunter Biden laptop story?
Oh, I have a feeling it'll be ready around, say, the first Tuesday of November.
Okay. Bye.
The distribution on Facebook was decreased, but people were still allowed to share it.
Oh, I get it. So you didn't get the backlash that Twitter got where everyone was like, oh, what, I can't share this story. Now I'm getting banned if I share the Hunter Biden story, and that's ridiculous. No, what Facebook did is they gave you the illusion that you could share it and consume it if you looked for it. But in reality, very few people were seeing it. Yes, don't get splinters in your arse, eh?
So you could still share it. You could still consume it.
So when you say the distribution is decreased,
it got shared.
How does that work?
It basically, the ranking in newsfeed was a little bit less. So fewer people saw it than would have otherwise. So it definitely...
By what percentage?
I don't know off the top of my head, but it's meaningful. But basically, a lot of people were still able to share it. We got a lot of complaints that was the case. Obviously this is a hyper political issue. So depending on what side of the political spectrum, you either think we didn't censor it enough or censored it way too much. But we weren't sort of as black and white about it as Twitter. We just kind of thought, hey, look, if the FBI, which I still view as a legitimate institution in this country.
Good one, Zuck.
It's like very professional law enforcement. They come to us and tell us that we need to be on guard about something, then I want to take that seriously.
Did they specifically say you need to be on guard about that story?
No, I don't remember if it was that specifically, but it basically fit the pattern.
Well, I don't know about you, US citizens, but I feel completely at ease after hearing that. I'm just going to get back to my shadow play. I'm going to turn around, face the wall, and just ignore, all the outside world, all the noise. I mean, after all, you come back down to the cave and nobody believes you. I saw all these things outside there. There's a universe. Everything's in 3D. Sure it is. You crazy conspiracy theorist, you.
I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!